What's up? How y'all doing? Happy Memorial Day. I don't know if you're going to be listening to this on Memorial Day, but I'm making it on Memorial Day, so happy Memorial Day. There's a YouTube channel called Grassroots Army that came up in my feed, timeline, I don't know. And basically, their videos are 2 to 5 minutes long, and they're just recordings of different school board meetings, things of that nature, mostly school board meetings, and the issues that are being dealt with today in the schools are so much different than, my generation or even the generation before this one. But I find it very interesting to know what is going on in a lot of our schools, and I've probably listened to 50 or 60 of these already, and one common theme is that these school boards are not bothering to inform the parents of what is available to their children in that school. In this particular case, I'm talking about a set of library books. I think tonight the parent who's speaking is just going to be talking about one of them. But I want you to listen to him, and I want you to peep the response from the board as he is presenting what should be a common sense case, which is basically every video that I'm going to react to, I'm going to be reacting with common sense, and somehow or another it's just not that common. So here we go. I'll put their link in the description so y'all can check them out. It's a good channel. They're fast videos.
My name is Chukwu. It means I know God, and I'm glad to say that I do. I'm here today to talk about this book here. My name is John Chukwu, as I stated earlier. It's called "It's Perfectly Normal for Students 10 and Up." This book details all kinds.
So I don't know if y'all caught that. I think he's going to mention it numerous times. But these books are available for checkout for children ages 10 and up. So what's that, 5th grade? 4th grade?
Of sexual images, pictures of elderly people nude, pictures of an individual who's in a wheelchair with his penis out. All of these sexual pornographic images are made available and placed at the fingertips of children. And I'm sure, Dr. Cruz, I don't know if you knew about this before you signed on, but hopefully this is something that you can address and deal with, because this is immoral and asinine to allow children to be able to see this. Also, this book even shows...
What the hell? All right.
Shows images of 2 women having sex, a man and a woman having sex, and 2 men having sex. That's not perfect.
I'm just going to remind you, in case you didn't catch it or you just got here, these books are available for checkout in our public schools for children ages 10 and up. And you'll hear me also say this a lot. This is not a one-off thing. This shit is happening in dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of schools. Middle schools, high schools are wide open. But, 10 years old.
Perfectly normal. Who decides what's normal? Is it you? Is it you? Is it you? Is it you? Or do parents decide what should be placed at the fingertips and allowed to be taught to their children in this school system? I'll read some of this for you. It says, after a bit, a person's vagina becomes...
I'm so happy he decided to read us a nice snippet of this literature that is available to our children ages 10 and up.
Becomes moist and slippery, and the clitoris becomes hard. After a bit, a person's penis becomes erect, stiff, and larger.
Pastor.
Sometimes a bit of clear fluid that may contain a few sperm comes out.
I want to let you know, clarify, that's not background on my video or a different sound. That is whoever is chairing that school board meeting trying to cut this man off to stop him from reading this book, an excerpt from this book that is available to children 10 years and older. The grown adults in the room are trying to stop him from reading this book out loud. I wonder why.
Of the tip of the penis and makes
Pastor,
it wet.
Can we, sir, I'm sorry.
Was it something I said? Was it something I said?
Love it.
If you don't want to hear it in a school board meeting, why should children be able to check it out of the school system? You see, we have perverts that are perverting our kids. And you all sit back smug in your chairs and celebrate diversity, equity, and inclusion, but you don't want me to read it so you can hear it. Why? Does it bother you? Yes or no? You can't answer that question. You want to know why? Because politically speaking, you can't say that it's wrong. You probably...
Isn't that some shit? That legitimately, he just broke it down to its lowest form. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 board members that I see. I would be willing to bet you if there's 6 or 7 of them that are advocates for the whole inclusivity, kids can be whatever they want, boys, girls, or anywhere in between. I bet at least 6 of them in their minds and in their hearts don't agree with that nonsense. I find that there are many more people walking around that disagree that just keep their mouth shut. As opposed to, because they keep their mouth shut, it gives the impression that the following for this nonsense is large. Because there's not that many voices speaking out against it in comparison to the ones that are speaking loudly for it and not speaking at all. And in my mind, if you're not speaking up about it, your complacency is almost as bad in my mind as advocating for it. But anyway, my point is, it is a political thing. He nailed it. All of this is about politics, elections, and this isn't about what people really feel and what they really think. Because you can't tell me that there is enough adults around this country that do what these board members are doing, that just sit idly by while this shit happens in their schools and they don't say anything. You can't convince me that they're all dumb. So they are complacent. And if they're complacent, there has to be a reason. And the only reason can be for their own benefit. Elections and not getting canceled. And I understand that's a real thing. People lose their jobs for saying something like biological men should not be able to compete with women in sports. So I get it. But anyway, they don't want to hear it. But they don't mind it being in the schools. And they don't mind not telling parents that it's in the schools. These parents, one thing I've noticed, this is a very common theme with these grassroots videos. The parent will get up there and read the book. I would do the same thing. I mean, why not? If this is about trying to prove a point that the information that is provided to our children is very, very inappropriate, what better way than to read it out loud at a school board meeting knowing they're going to shut you down because of how inappropriate it is?
They are a Christian man. But many Christians today have become more Democrat than Christian. Some Republicans have become more Republican than Christian. I'm not trying to win an election. I don't get my talking points from the RNC or the DNC. I get my talking points from the BIBLE. From the...
All right. Did he come up with that off the top of his head, or do you think that was rehearsed? I mean, either way, it's a nice line. The BIBLE. Bitch.
Bible. And you don't want me to read the filth because it exposes the truth. How dare you tell me to stop reading it?
Excuse me, can y'all be quiet? I'm trying to make, hey, shh. I'm trying to make a video. Sorry. We have our dog, a Chihuahua pug mix, about 7 or 8 pounds. And we are currently dog setting for my daughter's mom's dog, who is a probably under 5 pound mini Doberman. Yeah. We're about done. So let's hear if they have any points to make, if they're going to have anything to say to this man, or they're going to do like all the other ones do and just wait till the time runs out, because they have like 3 to 5 minutes depending on the meeting in which to speak, and there's a timer. And so most of them just sit here silent like a bunch of dodo birds until the timer goes off and tell them, your time's up, sir, you have to go sit down, or your time's up, ma'am, you have to go sit down.
If you don't want to hear it, why should the children have to see it?
Pastor, your time is up. Thank you.
What'd I tell you?
That makes 2 of us.
Ooh, you heard what he said? That makes 2 of us. They're going to vote him out. So yeah, check out Grassroots Army. It's real good. They're little quick hits. You know, it'll aggravate you a little bit if you don't know what's going on in the school system. It's crazy. I have 2 school-age daughters, and it's crazy what there's access to just all around the country. And parents don't even know. The parents don't even know until somehow or another they stumble on it. This guy here, I think, I'm not sure, maybe it was the other guy I was listening to earlier. One of them only found out because they had a book fair, and they gave their kids some money, their son some money to buy a couple of books that he wanted. And he comes home with these books that have these outrageous sexually explicit chapters in them. And they're basically just breaking down all kinds of different sexual activities, sexual acts, and how to perform them within multiple different, a man, a woman, I mean, like crazy shit. I'm not teaching my 10-year-old, my 12-year-old about shit like that. We're going to have to talk. I'm going to be open with my kids. I'm going to hide nothing. But I don't need that in a school so that my 9-year-old daughter can go check it out. Anyway, I appreciate you listening. I'll put this link in the description. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, please, and like, and leave a comment. You got a good comment or a bad comment, leave a comment, because I want to get some dialogue started. I want to hear what somebody else has to say. I already know what I have to say. So I appreciate y'all. Happy Memorial Day. See you later.